Yep.
You already know.
Do it.
Oh man, it's a drunk podcast.
Welcome to Puro Pinche Sports. I'm your host, Jose Garza, and tonight I'm joined by my boys, Jigga J, SW Mike 10.
Come on,
OG.
bro. That was like 2017, bro.
Oh, sorry, Monza Mike. Sorry, I'm not
There you
giving
go.
away y'all.
There you go.
What
And
is
it's
it,
not
team?
Monza, it's Monza.
Yeah, it's Monza. There's a difference.
It's
Meaning. There's a
Monza.
difference. Monza is like Spanish for something. Monza means something completely different.
I didn't say
Monza.
Bonza. That's what I got.
Oh, damn.
No, it's having a good time. What's up, guys? Just this episode, man. We gotta talk some UFC. It's been a minute since I've talked to UFC on the pod. It's all been football the last few weeks, and God, I know how much I love violence. And this is one card that we've been discussing for a good minute.
Yep.
Fucking good, man.
Fuck good damn.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, shake that beard. Yes, sir.
Jay, be serious. This is a serious podcast, man. Be
Always.
serious.
Yeah, bro.
Alright.
Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right.
Come on, man.
Get right or get left. You know that.
Things of
That's
that nature.
strong
yeah.
side. Anyways, Jay, overall, UFC 280. Give me your overall thoughts on the whole card. Not just the
It was
main
pretty
fights.
solid. It was solid. A little bit of a heartbreaker because,
The end.
the end.
You were
But
going for Charles.
always, bro, Latin culture, though.
Dang. It's tough.
It's like Charles
But-
forced Jose to eat a chip. Always Charles.
I always
love
got to
Charles.
Charles, bro. But no, I think it was solid overall. Some of the prelim fights were so, but overall it was all good.
Was it too early in the day for you?
My God, yeah, that Abu Dhabi time killing me, bro. I'm like trying to eat lunch and shit while I'm watching it. I'm like, I can't pay attention. But then everything stopped as soon as the main card hit.
Woke up,
Leave
right?
me alone. Yep.
Mike, what about you? How about the overall?
It lived.
the
It
whole-
lived up to the hype. There were some fights, like Jay said, that I didn't really. I don't want to get into specifics yet, but there were some fights that I wish would have went a different way, or at least been a little bit longer. But overall, the card was solid. I enjoyed it.
So Abu Dhabi, their October pay-per-view, been like that last few years, especially since when the pandemic started, and that was Fight Island for them. Main event, Charles Oliveira, the champion, in my opinion, going into the fight, no matter what anyone says, don't care, they shipped on whatever previous fight card, defending his title against Islam Makhachev. Fight
He would
ends.
have had that title if he had that Khabib treatment.
Now, if he had that DC towel, he would have had that.
Fucking pushing on it.
Hey, bro, you do what you got to do.
Right.
Do what you got to do.
Fight ends, second round, 3 minutes, 16 seconds in, freaking arm triangle choke, Islam Makhachev, the new king, at 155. Mike, what were your thoughts on the fight? Overall,
Rightfully so, man. He deserved it. He showed up. He was the better fighter that day. We spoke on it very briefly before, but I think his striking early on was definitely not expected from Charles. I think he underestimated him for sure, and I think his striking kind of pushed Islam's striking pushed Charles's aggression kind of down a little bit, because we've seen him in the past recent fights. He's been the aggressor, right? He's always tried to engage, and even though he's known to be a grappler, he's always been okay with standing up and boxing. And I feel like Islam's striking on this day was just better, man. He ended up catching him with a few, good hits. I know overall he was striking at a better percentage through almost twice as much punches, and it led to him getting him on the floor and ending it with the triangle choke, man. He deserved it. Nobody can take anything away from him. I think he rightfully showed up that day, fought better, and took the belt.
Jay, what about the wrestling? We saw that Charles, we know him, he loves to clinch, Muay Thai, kickboxing. He just loves to get in there. We saw a lot of it in this fight. But every time he got into the clinch, Islam found a way to counter it, whether it was sweeping the leg with a wizard kick or tripping him up and getting on top of him. In the end, the wrestling also put in a huge factor in Charles not going into the game plan that we've seen him use in his like huge win streak?
I mean, he used a lot of energy. It was round 1 where he had him up against the fence. And I don't want to get too much into anatomy, but you could see that his lats are like super engaged. So he's wasting a lot of energy.
Explain that too.
He's wasting a lot of energy pushing him up against the fence. And yeah, it's using a lot of energy on the other person's side, right? Like Islam was probably using energy, not as much to hold him up against the fence. Like him pressing him up against the fence is using tons of energy, killing your arms. So once it went to the ground, he's not the same person. You know, like Mike said, he underestimated him for sure. Because even I underestimated him, and I wasn't even in the fucking fight.
Yeah, and Charles didn't look like himself, or at least what we've seen from Charles recently, man. I don't think he ever really found himself in the fight, and it was over before he even could. So,
I mean, and you're around Islam's people too. Not even trying to be funny. You're around his people. Like if this were in Brazil, it might have been a different story.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But that'll be the next fight, you know. But he did use a lot of energy, a lot of excess energy in the first round that maybe could have gone a different way. But he wanted to switch that playing field. You know, he wanted to be the aggressor at a certain point. And he spent all that money on that training camp. So, I mean, it just played out in his favor this time.
I mean, we've seen a lot of times with like from the Dagestan crew, like the way they pressure, like I'm gonna use the Habib versus Conor fight specifically on this one. Like the pressure, using their weight, the wrestling, the takedown, the ground and pound, that deflates you. That just like takes everything that you like had motivated to go into the fight, even if you're 100%, whatever it is. That getting out of that shit takes a long time, and then when you finally do, you're just like almost like exhausted. You're defeated, like you said. And what I saw. Like Charles, like they told him, like in his corner between the rounds, between first and second round, you know, front kick, you know, try, you know, create the distance, make sure y'all not that close. And then what happens is, you know, Charles, once he's finally back up, once he's, you know, finally getting what maybe he seems like could be his rhythm, he throws a pump knee, and just as he's coming down, boom, right hook, and then goes for the triangle, but the arm triangle. And at that point, like I'm just looking at Charles, like the distance wise, like we've seen with Dustin Poirier, even though he's a better striker, he found a way to outstrike him and then grind him out. Justin Gaethje, a better striker, a harder striker, and he found a way to, you know, capitalize on that. Michael Chandler popped him a few times. He found a way, all that stuff. But in this case, you're exhausted. Someone with a better wrestling than all those guys, someone with the agenda of trying to like really like take you out of your game and be on your back, regardless if you're a Brazilian black belt. I just don't think like that's efficient enough. He used that to escape a lot of times and get back up, but that's just wear and tear. That's more exhaustive. I wanted to ask Mike, because you brought this up to me. Detail what you saw and embedded in all those pre-fight stuff that you saw about Charles not being himself going into this fight.
Yeah, I'm glad you slightly mentioned on it just there. But one thing that I noticed, and it really sucked to see, was obviously as a champ, you have a right to enjoy the spoils and everything that comes with it, right? But going into the fight, a couple interviews beforehand, I know on the embedded episodes, Charles, man, not saying he didn't take it serious, but I personally think he was already focused on Volkanovski and what's next. And I think that really took him out of getting through Islam. I feel like Jay said, he underestimated him. He overlooked him. He didn't look like himself. He didn't look focused. He didn't look as hungry as he has in the past fights. I know he said he had something to prove. I feel like they both did. I mean, they both had a lot riding on this fight. But Charles, man, I mean, in every interview, whether he was smiling a lot, whether he was joking. In one interview, they asked him what he plans on doing after he wins, and he ended up saying, "We're going to trash this hotel." And that's not really something that you hear Charles say, right? At least in past history. And I just felt like he overlooked it, man. And Islam was very locked in. He was very emotionless. He was dead eyes, cold, just ready to fight.
Jay, why are you very confident that we're going to get a rematch or an immediate rematch? Because I don't actually believe that they're going to get Charles an immediate rematch.
I'll use it kind of like, I guess, like a boxing one. Tyson fought Buster Douglas, lost because he was fucking partying and doing all kinds of stupid shit. And I think that's kind of the same shit with Charles. Fucking doing dumb shit, thinking that this is easy fight. You beat people here, there, whatever. I think it's a pride thing, right? You got submitted by somebody, right? I'd be angry. Not necessarily that I'm angry at that person, just angry that I lost in general. So
Especially if you're a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
I think he's just going to push for that. And it may not even be if maybe Islam loses the title and then he fights him again just to fight him. I think he'll fight him eventually just to
like down the
just
road.
To prove a point. Just to prove a point. You know, maybe put it in Khabib's face like, I did fucking underestimate him. Now I'm here and now I'm locked in and I'm not saying shit, and then he'll just go out and do his thing. Or maybe it'll be the same fucking outcome. You know, maybe he'll get submitted or whatever. Maybe go to decision. Who knows? But I do think he'll want, so to speak, revenge for this fight.
Mike, where do you think his trajectory goes from here? Because we saw his impressive win streak to get back to this stage. He was a 22-8 fighter. He is now risen to an 11-fight win streak, and then now he just lost. Quick tap. He knows that he was done. Is he going back to the title, like into the title picture, or do you see like many other lightweights champions that lose the title, they don't never come back?
Not immediately. I don't think he's going to get it his next fight. I don't think he. I think somebody that really surprised me on the card was Dariush. I think he should fight him. And I feel like they should put Volk against Islam. I feel like that's a really good card that'll sell, a really good fight that'll sell. And challenge Charles a little bit more, man. Give him that hunger. Maybe another 2 fights and he'll get a rematch, but I don't think he's getting it anytime soon. I still have him as one of the greatest pound for pound fighters in the MMA currently. Easily top 10. Like I said, man, he wasn't really focused. He didn't look focused to me. And he wasn't ready for this fight. It's different when you have somebody spending $1 million. Sorry. It's different when you have somebody that spends $1 million to enjoy themselves and you have somebody that spends $1 million to train. Right? Like that alone is going to, show off and show itself in the fight. And it did.
All right. There's definitely a lot of perks to becoming a champion. Like it's tough to like overlook it. I'm like, we're not one to judge, right? We've never been in a position like that. And you're enjoying the fruits of your labor. And it's just at the end, when the time is the clock in the work and you don't, really show up, then you're not going to perform very well. Jay, they obviously brought in Volkanovski afterwards into the cage, to really tease the champion versus champion fight. We've seen Volk really dominate the featherweight division. His stand-up game, his chin is nice. But what real chances do you see him having against Makhachev?
Bro, the way that he fights, the way Islam fights, man, it's hard to say. I mean, I would like to see a good stand-up fight, but that doesn't happen with them, right? They wrestle. That's their thing. Like, if you put somebody in the cage with a wrestler, 2 hits to the chin, and they're like, all right, I'm going to the wrestling game now because that's where I know I'm good and comfortable. So I don't really think it would be a stand-up fight, and I think that would be real fucking hard for Volk. I do like Volk. I think he's a phenomenal fighter, but wrestling Islam is deadly.
So you calling it now, Islam?
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough to see. I mean, Mike, like I said, like we've seen plenty of times. He didn't try to go for the takedowns on Max Holloway, who people say was a better striker. He did, we saw him get caught by Brian Ortega in a few submission attempts. And I'm not saying like Ortega's a scrub or anything, but his submissions are not compared to like what we've seen from Islam. Yeah. And like we've seen him like freaking smother people, go for the rear naked choke, arm triangle, obviously in this last fight. I mean, like, who you got? Like, honestly, like, quick prediction right now. Who would you have? And then, like, how, like, what round and stuff? And what's the finish?
If they're fighting, yeah. Where are they fighting at?
Let's say Vegas.
So far from each other. Okay.
Yeah.
Now they've said that they don't mind if Islam wants to go fight him in Australia. New Zealand. Yeah, Australia. So that would be interesting. But let's just say neutral ground, Vegas.
I think Volk would have to do a lot of training, obviously, get as many guys as you can and wrestle as much as you can. And he said it, post-fight interview, he talked about it. Yeah, he said, we're going to get some guys in. I'm going to wrestle. You can guarantee. I mean, he has a lot of time to train. They both do. But I really don't. Yeah, but I really don't think it is because I think Islam as a fighter is so complete right now. I think his striking is fantastic. I think his grappling and his ground game is fantastic. And when you put that against somebody who's just a fantastic striker, that has shown time and time again, he can, get out of a submission or get back up when he's taken on the ground. But there's levels to this. And I think, like you said, man, I think that wrestling, the Dagestan wrestling is just different.
It's a 10-pound difference.
I got Islam. Yeah.
Islam. It's a 10-pound difference, but is that really a huge factor for Volk in order this fight for the result?
No, there's not. And there's also a bit of a height difference too. Volkanovski is a thick dude, but he's also kind of short. Yeah, man. No, I still got Islam in this fight, man.
Hey, Max was like 5'11", 6 foot. I mean, Makachev is about the same height, like 5'10" or 5'11". So, yeah. I mean, if it was a stand-up war, I probably could, see Volkanovski, edging it out. But he's just a freaking, everywhere, bro. He takes you to the ground. Like, good luck getting out.
And he's strong too. He's very strong. Yeah.
DC said himself that he got caught in training with an arm triangle. He said, "Fuck," with that. So good, So good luck to Volkanovski. Good luck to Charles. See who he fights next. Dariush would be a good fight for him because I think Dariush also needs to really establish that number one contender fight. I know that he and his manager believe he's number one contender, but I want to see him get Charles because Charles is still there. Charles, rightfully so. Is just 2 fights away from getting another title shot.
He's Kobe Covington at this point.
Oh, don't say that. He actually fights guys when they're
I mean at that threshold.
You mean
in order to get Usman, you gotta
Hold on, wait.
Usman on that one too, bro.
Wait, no, we can't talk about him yet. He's still waking up.
Wow.
He still thinks he's fainting the freaking left hand, but really slept.
That's tough, man. He's angry, bro. I hope not. I don't want to get in that. Let's just
we'll talk about it in a bit. We can talk about it in a bit. All right, co-main event. Chill. Co-main event.
Basura.
The champion. Basura.
Basura.
The bantamweight champion, Aljamain Sterling, retains his title over TJ Dillashaw. Via fucking TKO, shoulder, my neck, my back, everything. Mike, what is this? Did Sterling earn credit, reputation, or is this an excuse?
No,
loss for TJ.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. The shoulder injury, it sucks, and you don't want to see a fight end that way. You don't even want to see it start that way like it did. But no, I give credit to Sterling where it's due. I mean, he came in immediately, was showing some aggression, and like he said before, man, if you get your back, it's done. And right now at the bantamweight, man, I don't see anybody challenging him for the belt right now.
I mean, he said it himself too. It's a hard weight cut for him, so he might not even be in that shit anymore. Which I don't blame him. I mean, that
he did look
nice,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Jay, we both agreed. I think all 3 of us, we all agreed that Dillashaw probably did not deserve this fight. Not at all. Especially after you get caught cheating, for PEDs or whatever the hell it was, and then you get one fight and then you come in. The whole training camp, apparently, they said this post-fight, right, for excuses, whatever, how you want to see it. That apparently his shoulder was popping multiple times. He didn't do any scrimmages or anything like that during or open workouts before the fight. I mean, what are we thinking here, honestly, about TJ Dillashaw at this point in his career?
I mean, he was good at a point, right? Maybe that's PEDs talking, maybe that's fucking whatever. But if you're gonna go into a fight knowing damn well that your shoulder potential is gonna pop out, even if it's a 25% chance, just don't take it. Why are you gonna risk it? And then you went in and you look fucking stupid. You look goofy in front of everybody. You couldn't even fight. You look dumb as shit. I think you should just bounce. Fuck out of here. You ain't shit for him.
All right. Now, I mean, There's really not much going on right now, like you said, Mike, in the bantamweight division. There's maybe a few challengers, like possibly you could see. But let's talk about Henry Cejudo. The man is already back in the USADA testing pool. He is a former double champ, former bantamweight champion.
Who did he beat to get there?
He beat TJ at the flyweight, but he beat Marlon Vera for the bacon title.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. So he beat him, and then he retired. Then he beat Dominic Cruz, retired. Yada yada yada. He's back, obviously. Both guys are, elite wrestlers. Let's say, right? What do you see as a possible, outcome between them? So who hasn't fought since 2020? Sterling's been looking good, albeit the first round fight was not good at all for him. But other than that, since he's looked amazing in his last 2 fights, what do you see it as a possible outcome if they go up against each other next?
Go ahead.
I don't know, man. I don't even see him giving him the time of day. If I'm gonna be honest,
he's been calling everybody out.
But he's doing a lot of this shit though. Like, you're just fucking talking because you ain't shit. Nobody cares about you anymore. But like I said, I don't think Sterling wants to do that weight cut anymore. I'm sure that shit is old. He's probably gonna move up to another division and try to do that shit there. I don't think they'll give Henry a chance at all.
Sorry, let me correct myself. Marlon Moraes, not Chito Vera. I said Marlon Vera, but it was Marlon Moraes. That's who Henry Cejudo beat. So you really don't think like there's really like credentials wise like to really see this fight at all? I mean, they've been going back and forth for a while. They've had sit down interviews with DC. Like this has been like
he's called him out.
This is low key being built up.
Each other out. Yeah.
I mean, at this point, you're on the same John Jones status. You've been talking for so long. If it don't happen, it don't happen. But I don't think it's going to.
I guess he's in the solid testing pool. Like he's already back in it. Like he's a few months away from being like qualified, and so I guess I'm just wondering, like once they do, because like we're saying right now, there's really nobody like really left other than his own teammate, right? This is like his last challenge before he might move up to 145.
Do you give him the title shot first fight? No,
yes.
Right?
Yeah, why not? Yes. You give a cheater like TJ Dillashaw one.
That's very true. Yeah,
but you can't give it to a guy who was a double champ.
Think about it. Do you give John Jones a title fight?
No,
I would. Really? I would.
No.
Money?
Who would you have John
I mean,
Jones
at money, yes. But
you're saying if you were a promoter, you wouldn't. But
no, I wouldn't. I would have him fight someone in the heavyweight division that's pretty good. Not
Stipe.
Stipe's okay, but Jose and I were talking about that. He's older, so
I said give him a 2-month fight, just for the hell of it, because it's been 3 years.
That's what I was agreeing with Jose on that. I think you give him that fight, he dominates him. Cool, throw him in the fucking cage with Ngannou. But I don't think he gets a title shot out the gate. Now, the way the UFC is, he's 100% going to get a title shot if he wants it. If he wants it, he can get it.
Why can't Cejudo get one? That's all I'm saying.
I mean, he can get it, but I don't think, if I'm going to be honest, I don't think Sterling's going to want to do that weight cut again.
Okay, so let's eliminate, right? Let's go ahead and eliminate the fact that Cejudo doesn't get the title shot, right? Who would you pick to get the title shot first? Chito Vera or Sean O'Malley? Because they're the only other two that you can really talk about qualifying, besides Aljamain's teammate Marav.
He won't fight him, though.
He won't fight him. So I'm saying like Chito Vera and Sean O'Malley are the only other two like names.
Give O'Malley his rematch and have Sterling fight
Cejudo
versus Sterling and Chito Vera versus Sean O'Malley too.
He needs to get that win back.
He rolled his ankle, right? That was the one.
Yeah, that's the one where the ankle issues became an issue and he got ground and pound defeated.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't really care for him
because Chito Vera had a loss after that fight, and Sean's been winning since, and he just got the biggest win of his career. We'll talk about that in just a bit, but like I agree. I think a rematch would be freaking exciting. Like you could be a fight night 5-round main event right there.
Mm-hmm.
If he wins that one, then he's for sure.
Oh yeah. Especially after, like Jose said, we'll talk about it in a bit. But the way that the controversial end to the one that we just saw happen, give him another fight, build him up a little bit more, have him solidify his place, and give him.
He's number one, right?
They threw him 10 spots up. Yep, he's number one. He's the
number one.
official number one contender.
Now, if Dana White wants to sell, give him the title fight.
That's what he's going to do.
Like if he wants to,
He's going to do that.
yeah. If
What
he
do-
wants
what do
to,
you
then
do?
that's what he'll do. But
What do you do with TJ Dillashaw?
I told you, bro. I think he's fucking washed.
done.
Up.
You
I mean,
make him fight Cody Garbrandt for the third time and kick him to the side.
Fuck both of them. Both of them were old news, bro. But I mean, if he was having this injury on PEDs, I guarantee you he didn't feel that shit at all. If he was taking PEDs and had a shoulder injury, he probably didn't even know that shit was there. Came off of it, that shit started acting up, and then boom.
For it to pop up 20, 25 times during training camp and like
Supposedly, right? Yeah.
that's insane, man. And then you're like, yeah, dude, I'm still gonna fight. Hey, ref, if it pops out, leave me alone. I got it. Like,
Let me ask about that because I mean I was actually curious while I was watching the fight. Like I don't know if y'all have, suffered those injuries yourselves, or maybe you've seen someone who has. But like, how significant is it? Like the fact that pop out, pop in, pop out, pop in. Like how repeatedly bad is that for
you got to remember,
one's health?
it's a joint essentially, so you can't function. The arm's kind of dead weight, right? So imagine fighting one armed. That's pretty much the severity of it.
And
limits
once
a
it
lot.
goes back in, it's not like it's okay, cool, it's back in, we can fight with it. It's still like the nerves and everything around it are all messed up. Not like damaged completely, but they're messed up to where like you wouldn't be able to throw a punch with that. The same.
No, I'm not gonna ask this because I think y'all have ever done roids or anything like that. But like with how you said it earlier, did that hide it? Like him like taking it, like did that suppress the pain, or does it like not even happen? And once he's off of it, now his body is like almost caving in, like giving up on him, and that's what caused it to like start going off.
Talking to people who are on PEDs, they say that you don't really notice injuries. So that's why like dudes will tear their pecs like benching and shit like that because they don't notice that they have minor injuries, and then they push it to the point and then it snaps or it breaks or dislocates, whatever.
Yeah. And I have no idea. I'm on natty.
And I'm not in any physical form to be like,
For now.
say like,
You're natty too, bro.
But TRT, I'm in. If doc, prescribe.
Hey, that takes you out the natty category, bro. Once you get on TRT, that's it. I'm about it.
I could be the Victor Belfort. Fucking
okay. That's it. Podcast, Puro Pinche Sports for Adam.
Puro Pinche TRT, baby.
Yeah, you're gonna have to change it.
Right. Nah. Anyways, let's go into that fight. Let's go talk about Sean O'Malley defeating Petr Yan via split decision. Fucking hell of a fight from start to finish. Fight of the night, well deserved. Obviously, the controversy is that Sean won, even though people on Twitter, Cejudo, Mike Brown, all these guys are all saying like, "Oh, that's a robbery. It was Petr Yan." Mike, I'm gonna start with you because you saw the fight. You gave the fight to Yan. What was your analysis of Yan winning in your eyes?
So early on in the fight, I think because I ended up watching it twice, but early on in the fight, Sugar really showed a lot of aggression, and he was striking, he was jabbing a lot, and getting really quick points, which I mean for him favors it. But I feel like Yan, with his grappling in round 1 and round 2, really stole those rounds, at least for me. And for me, and again, it all goes down on how the judges, what the judges value more, I should say, right? Do you value takedowns? Do you value strikes? Do you value damage? Like at the end of the day, it's going to be up to them, not what's up to us as viewers. But me personally, with all the control that I saw Yan had, whether he was doing damage or not, I mean, he had him down for a total of almost 6 minutes in a 15-minute fight. That's a third of a fight where you're on your back or you're trying to get back up. And that third of a fight to be controlled by Yan, I don't think the other say 10 minutes or 9 minutes of the fight, Sugar did enough to win the fight because standing up, I feel like he had his moments, and I feel like Yan had his moments standing up. And then the other third of the fight, Yan just dominated. So me personally, I think I would give rounds 1 and round 2 to Yan, and I would give round 3 to Sugar. That's the way I had it. And I really thought, I mean, I literally, man, right after the fight finished, I got up, went to get something to drink, came back, sat down, picked up my phone. I'm looking at Sean's reaction. I'm expecting, Petr Yan to win. I'm texting, and then I hear the decision. I drop my phone, I look up, and I'm like, wow. I mean, I'm not mad because I'm a big Sugar fan, but I didn't expect it. Just like I guess a lot of people didn't expect it. But at the end of the day, like I said, it depends on the judges and what they value more.
Jay, you had to fight for O'Malley. What did you see different from what Mike saw?
I mean, you had quick stand-ups after takedowns, right? Like he swept the foot, which was disrespectful as fuck. But you had good shrimping. He stood up. He rolled out. So I mean, like you have to, like Mike said. I mean, you got to weigh it, right? What do you weigh more? Do you weigh ground control with no damage, but it's control, or do you weigh standing up and striking more than you do takedowns and ground control? Personally, I do striking and stand-ups. Other people can say takedowns and control. But I think it could have gone either way. If I'm gonna be completely fair,
It wasn't.
I don't really care either way. If Sean would have lost, it's whatever to me. If
it's just your eyes, you saw different.
I mean, the standing up after a takedown is hard enough as it is, especially with that dude.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, a quick stand up or even like because people will say like his little front roll would have been it's whatever, like a shot in the dark type of deal. Like, okay, I'm going to just try this and hopefully it works. People do that shit all the time. When you watch people warm up for wrestling drills, they roll. So it's something that he's obviously practiced. So I would give points for that, right? Getting out of takedowns and shit like that. But I'm okay with the decision either way.
Yep. So obviously I didn't watch the fight live. I was at my kid's birthday party and stuff like that. So I saw a few days later. Fucking asshole.
He said, "Ooh, oh shit."
It's like, calm down. Don't be changing your freaking guard, bro. No, and obviously I saw the fights much later, a few days later. I was on the Xbox with Mike when I saw the O'Malley Yan fight. And I know he said, first 2 rounds he gave it to, first 2 rounds he gave it to Yan. Last round he gave it to O'Malley. Jay, I'm assuming you gave 1 and 3 to O'Malley, Yan the second, because that one you just can't argue. Yeah. I saw it differently. I told Mike this right after the fight. I saw the fight. I gave round 1 to O'Malley. So O'Malley, because I saw him being aggressive. He threw more punches, less accurate. Yan was kind of like in par with him as far as what landed. But what changed the difference for me was when Yan took him down. That was more I little favored Yan. But then the last seconds of in 10 seconds of the last round, O'Malley won the sprawl and got Jan's back. And that's where I switched it and I gave O'Malley round 1 because 1, landed more punches, even if it's less accurate. And 2, I think those 2 technically takedowns cancel each other out. For me personally. Second round, O'Malley catches Yan fucking early. He gets excited. He's like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to kill you now. And then gets caught. And then we just see the rest of the round. It's all Yan, takedown after takedown, just wearing him down. Freaking between rounds, coach is like, God, you got to get in this, dog. You got to keep moving forward. Or otherwise, you're done. You're losing this one. You don't want to lose this one. You ain't losing this one. So motivated, does well, busts up Jan's freaking eye, cuts him, looks good. But the whole round, it's back and forth punches. The striking is close. O'Malley clearly the better striker in this one. We see Yan caving for more takedowns. Now, as a judge, it's also you could see the way too. Going into this fight, you're not thinking Jan's going to go for the takedowns because Jan's a dangerous striker, right? That's what kept him not in par of like the high level guys, but like to the point where, you know, he destroyed kind of like Aljamain's will, right?
Mhm.
He outboxed and outstruck, you know, Jose Aldo and stuff like that. And so you are assuming that he's going to go more into that realm. We see him go for the takedowns. I don't know if he's trying to make a statement to Aljamain Sterling because of the last fight where he lost and stuff like that. But I thought it was very close. O'Malley should get points for when he escapes. Yeah, I think Jay is absolutely right about that. I agree with that too. I just felt like in the third round, Yan just did more than enough to keep that pace, even though he got busted up. And the judges, man, just at that fight is a tough time. Like, no matter who you are, especially like us three. Like, us three have a lot of like the mindset of a fight. We agree a lot on. And this one, we all saw different. I told Jay, if we were the judges, it would have been a split decision too.
Mhm.
But I agree. I don't see it as a robbery, right? Petr Yan could have won the fight. I'm okay with it. Sean O'Malley could have won the fight. I'm okay with it. This fight was just that close. There was only one clear round where it's like, oh, for sure. But everyone is going to find their own mindset for the other rounds. So,
well, and at the end of the day, like you said, we ain't fucking judges. We could Twitter fingers all day or banter between each other all day. It shit ain't gonna change the fight decision. So, but I do think that was a phenomenal fight. I don't know where the fuck Yan is gonna go after this. Like, I don't know who the fuck he's gonna fight after this.
Well, DC said that his morale is so down that he might stop doing MMA. That he might be looking for a career change.
And I mean, this one went to decision. The Aljamain Sterling one went to decision, and that one, I don't think it was as close, but I think some people still had Yan winning that one as well. So to feel like you got cheated there, and then to come into this and feel like, you know what I mean?
Which I want to know who those people are because I didn't see Yan winning that second fight at all.
Aljamain was the backpack, and he stayed the backpack the whole fight.
Yeah, he dominated him that fight. I don't know if I can get that one.
Hypothetical. If they give Sean a fight versus Sterling, is he ready?
No.
Wrestling wise, no.
No.
Stand up wise, I think he's okay.
I think he's better stand up. I think O'Malley, but Sterling's gonna make this a ground game, like cool.
And I don't think he has takedown defense. Yeah, I don't think his takedown defense is that great right now. So.
If you're O'Malley, what you do is you hire Yan, you wrestle with Yan the entire time. You don't strike at all. You just wrestle all the time, and then you'll be all right.
Nah, man. If you're O'Malley, you hire Khabib or Islam. That's where you're gonna.
You have too many face tattoos. They won't even talk to you.
They don't like him, bro.
Yeah,
they won't even talk to you. I don't know if y'all saw his reaction, but yeah, they showed his reaction.
Well, I mean, he's a wrestler, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna take it as a wrestling rule.
Yeah.
I just think it's awesome to see where O'Malley is from, especially with some of like the controversial endings. You know, like we said earlier, Chito Vera fight. It was kind of like, that's not what we expected. And then the last fight O'Malley had where it was just a no contest because eye poke and, you know, just whatever. And it's just like Sugar Sean has risen to the top now. And it's nice progression to see, especially because we're fans of him. But I don't think unless Sterling leaves, I don't think he's ready for like the title shot. I think the Chito Vera getting that decisive, revenge would be nice for him. I think that's what would do it. What are you thinking?
But I don't need, like hypothetically speaking, let's say Chito beats Sean, right?
Yeah.
Sweeps him. Cool, he beats him. I don't think he's ready for Sterling either.
I mean, is anybody really? I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, okay, so here's the thing too. Like with Aljamain Sterling, no disrespect to him, right? Because I'm a fan of his. Like we all went for him before the first Yan fight. He didn't perform well. He became champion by fluke, right? Like the weirdest of shits. The first time ever a title change has ever happened through DQ. I wouldn't say fluke. It's not his fault. Jan's an idiot, right?
However you want to call it, I think it was great for him. Like I think it was great winning the title that way. Yeah, winning the title that way probably wasn't the best for him, but I think all the backlash and the shit talking that he received, the validation, everything he needed to prove, I think was so good for him, man. And I think like we've been saying, I think right now he's at another level in that weight class.
I'm looking at the rankings right now. There's really other than like the two names and his teammate, there's like really no one else that really like compares for him. So like, let me ask right now, like, because 145 doesn't really have any challenges either. How much longer do you see Aljamain staying at 135 before moving up?
Not long. I mean, if he doesn't get anybody to press him, like if he fights O'Malley and just dominates him, I would just leave after that. I would go and find somebody else to fight.
Be a double champ.
All right,
Conor
hypothetically, Sterling versus Volk. What do you got?
Volk.
Volk.
I think he's too strong. I think
I
as
think
long
he's-
as he,
I think
as
he's
long
more
as he,
acclimated.
I think as long as he gets better at his takedown defense, Volk.
If he doesn't,
That's what I was gonna say.
Volk.
But he,
because
I mean, if he doesn't, Volk still, bro.
because I mean, he was what, a collegiate wrestler, right, Sterling? So I mean, like, we're talking about like we said like Volk isn't gonna get like really through Islam, like no disrespect. Like if you get a 145 Aljamain, that's tough.
But there's a strength level there, and I don't think Sterling possesses that like Islam does.
no,
I don't
and
see
I
Sterling.
think-
I don't see Sterling and Volk grappling. Standing up and him being able to drag.
Because
him to the ground.
Makachev probably walks around about 190, 185, right, in normal weight.
Like
and
all those
Sterling-
guys, because even Khabib was stronger than he looked. Like, you know what I mean? Like I think just I don't want to say they, but like those guys are really like strong, man. And
I just think
I don't think
wrestlers are
Sterling-
strong.
and Volk played rugby.
that's true.
And
Dude,
things of that nature.
Like he
you know?
probably walks around 225. Like bro, he
He
cuts
used
it.
to.
he's a
He
big
used
boy.
to.
Like
he's a big-
boy,
Well, and I think when you're that big and you go down, your strength diminishes a little bit, but not a lot. So if he
Yeah.
was hella strong at 225, I don't think he lost. I mean, maybe 10% of his strength he lost from that.
But his
weight to
technique
now.
would be more crisper, no? Because he's at least healthier per se.
No, he would
probably a lot
definitely be
quicker.
faster,
Mhm.
but his strength and like all that shit would probably stay fairly close.
Why do you want to say Sterling over Volk? You can say it.
Yeah, you can.
No,
We can make- we can make
I
that.
love I love Volk, but I just think Sterling probably
Ooh.
puts up a more of a fight.
I love Volk. That's what he's doing. I
I
love
love
Volk.
Volk. I love Volk, bro. Volkanovski.
But you're choosing Islam over Volk.
I am.
No.
You going Volk?
Nah, I'm going Islam.
You better
I-
chip
I-
on it.
Fuck no, that's reserved for someone else.
That feels a bitch, dog. He ain't gonna eat that shit.
Who you talking about?
Marco, he's a
Marco.
bitch,
Oh, yeah.
dog. He ain't gonna eat that fucking
You
chicken,
forgot
dog.
who he is.
He'll be like, oh, I'll fucking eat it. Nah, and then I won't show up. I'll just leave. I'll leave early.
Bro, you have stomach problems?
Stomach problems, my ass. Was he a fucking Starbucks girl? Stomach
Oh.
problems.
Wow. Even when he's
Freaking
not on the
loco, bro.
pod, she attacks him.
He's gonna watch
Oh,
this.
I know
What
somebody
happened?
I know somebody that could beat Sterling. But that's if he chooses to. I don't think he will though.
Ngannou could beat Sterling.
Come on, bro. Be people.
who you got?
Hasbullah.
I wanna hear-
Hasbullah. Yeah.
That's not
Glad you read
fair,
my
bro. He could beat everybody. He's in every weight class. Stop playing the man like he's not in every weight class.
Bro, he's scared of Sean O'Malley, bro. It's not admit out there. It's record wide.
Bro, he could be
Beat a
eating
Volk.
his fucking melons and then be like,
So, is Connor coming back?
Against Hezbollah, absolutely. We'll fight each other at 170. Oh, I'm 70 versus 170. Sorry.
There you go. No, I don't think he weighs. Yeah, he probably weighs 70 pounds.
bro, he'll go UI on him. He'll just disappear, and then all of a sudden you'll see Connor. He'll be sleeping
On his yacht.
on his yacht. Damn, I'll take that.
Putting up controversial stories on his Instagram.
Bro, y'all see that he called Petr Yan-Sean O'Malley?
Yeah,
That man's a troll, bro.
he's funny.
Yeah,
funny. I
I'll kick
like
it with
him.
him. If
I
I saw
like
him
him.
around the
I
way, I'll
like
kick
him.
it with him. I like
Yeah,
a
it's
little
just-
accent.
I won't kick him, but I'll kick it with him.
I'll kick his shin.
Yo,
No, his ankle.
Either way. What's
Chop
the
it down.
difference?
That's a joint.
Right.
I don't know if he would come back. That's a weird.
Yeah.
But he's not supposedly non-detestable, so I don't know. He might be on the roids. Yeah.
I hope he is. Shit, let everybody
There's so
go.
many.
It's
There's so
fucking-
many good fights coming up. Poirier and Chandler, Kobe and Khamzat. Please,
And Kamshat, yeah.
please.
But I know Jay's not feeling Adesanya Petr at 3.
I am. You're not. You don't care for it. You don't
It's
like.
Izzy.
Is it the dynamic, the story, or is it like
It's
Izzy?
Izzy.
You don't.
Izzy's just kind of boring me at this point.
So you're not gonna watch it.
I'll watch it, but I ain't gonna pay for
So you're a
it.
fan.
Am I a fan of the
You're not
UFC?
gonna pay
Of
for.
course.
You're not gonna pay for it.
But you're gonna watch
You're
it.
gonna watch it.
Yeah, or I'll even look up the scorecard.
The play-by-play on MMA, whatever website.
He's just fighting very slow for my liking. It's kind of like
But I
get
think-
it.
We've talked about this before. I don't think anybody's challenging him right now. I think that's what the big issue is. It's like I don't know, man. Like Petr Yan was such a great fight for O'Malley because O'Malley comes in and he kind of, I don't want to say walks to a victory, but I mean, he tends to run around the ring and have his way with most fighters or most people that he's fought, whether they be top 10 or not, right? He tends to have his way. And I feel like Adesanya, man, right now, nobody's challenging him. So I'm hoping this card does.
I think he'll just stick and move if he's gonna fight him because he doesn't want to get caught with the left again. I think he just sticks and moves. He'll just hit you with 1 or 2, run, 1 or 2, run, and that's what I expect from that.
What if, and I don't know if they will do it. I would love it if they did, because they have 2 cages, the big one, the small one. What if they put him in the small one?
To where he can't, they won't, but I'd like it. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna let y'all talk because
I'm just saying, like, you put him in the smaller cage, like where he's gonna have to like really more perform. Why the fuck not? Just do it.
do you think he's scared? Or do you think a part of him is scared, or you think he's more so hungry to get this victory?
I think he loves his
feels like
lifestyle. I think he loves his lifestyle. I think he loves his perks of being a champion, but he knows how to stay a champion versus, him just the party life 24/7, or, he's just, I don't, not that he couldn't get back, right, if he lost or whatever like that. It's just, it'd be tough, especially losing to Pereira a 3rd time in the combat sports, especially since this guy put you on a stretcher last time y'all fought. With his kid mocking you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think he's just gonna stick and move the whole fight.
So you got Adesanya winning?
He wants
Oh,
Pereira.
right now.
Want to bet a chip?
Nah, I don't need chips.
Did you just say?
Stomach problems?
I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not gonna bring it up.
I heard if I do eat the chip, I could drink a little pumpkin spice and then be on the Weather Channel, and I'll be like,
Damn.
anyway,
Marco, you're not safe, bro.
That's
Never
besides-
safe.
I don't give a fuck about that fool. Yeah, I'll give it to Izzy. It'll go to decision.
Chandler and Poirier. Gotta
You're
edit
making
it
me
out.
choose it right now?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, what else are you going to see from them that you haven't seen already? Like just their interviews.
Oh no!
they
Wait.
talk shit?
You gotta go in order, Mike. Carla Esparza or
Sorry,
Zach
Carla
Lee?
and Whaley. Yeah.
Go Natasha.
Okay, I respect it.
Okay,
Actually, she's
but
bigger.
say
She's
who
bigger.
say who that is because they don't know who the fuck you're talking about. The people listening or watching that do not know who you're talking about.
Who Lil Whaley is?
There you go. You just gotta say it because nobody knows Tasha.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Wow,
Lil Whaley.
some people know. You act like she got no friends.
I didn't
These
say
guys.
She's gonna watch this. She's gonna watch this and be like, "Fucking this."
I didn't say BTS wasn't watching. It's whatever.
BTS is
Yeah,
not
nobody's safe. Okay, now Chandler and Poirier.
And I'm sticking with this the whole time. I won't change it. Come fight
That's what I
me.
like to see.
Does the
Okay.
winner get a title shot? Add to it.
Ooh, yes. They get a title shot.
So you're putting them in front of Oliveira? And,
Fuck
okay.
it. Fuck Olivet. No.
Fuck
We're
him.
not doing that.
Fuck him hard.
Fuck him hard. Yeah. No, they don't get a title shot, but they definitely in the running for it. I'm gonna go Poirier. I'm going Dustin.
You think he's what? Knockout? It's definitely gonna be a knockout. Knockout for sure. I don't think it's going to.
We said that a lot of
We
times.
said that about
and it fucking
Gaethje.
went-
We said that about Gaethje fight.
and it
versus
went all the
Chandler.
fucking way. So
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
know. I can't even call fights like that anymore because everybody's a bitch.
Wait. Okay,
Um,
don't call a knockout. How many knockdowns?
Oh my gosh.
So you talking stick and then drop and then stand up and then another one.
Yeah.
Three in total.
3 total?
3 in total.
Okay.
The
I
last
have
one
Brown-
clearly
I
they stay
think
down.
And you have
Yeah.
and you have Poirier winning. Is it going to?
I think
no. He said
I
don't
think
call
round
knockout.
one. I think round one, Chandler sticks him, and he's like, "Oh shit, okay." Round two, he comes in and starts throwing some bombs and rocking motherfuckers out.
You don't think Chandler goes for the takedown?
I mean, if he gets popped in his face enough, I'm sure he's going to. But
I'm just
I'm
saying.
gonna give it to Dustin,
And that's where he finishes.
and then it's done.
What's that?
All right, so I'll go by the order.
Adesanya
I'm gonna say Pereira. New champ.
You remember what happened the last time you went with the?
I'm not making a bet though. I'm not losing my beard. I'm not losing that. I already gotta wear a tutu for the Super Bowl. I ain't losing the beard on top of it.
Only a 2-2 though, right? Like
I
just
got-
a
no.
2-2.
No, I gotta wear a Bears jersey. I gotta paint my nails to what? I don't know. And I gotta wear a tutu. And I gotta host a Super Bowl party here at the house.
Are you wearing anything under the tutu? Not only
I'm
like
wearing-
under like draws, but I mean like under like leggings or leggings or like high socks.
You better hope so.
Wei Lee could give you some high socks.
Not more pants. I ain't wearing. Unless
All
y'all
right.
ready to see some fucking junk, yeah, ain't gonna
You got to wear some leggings.
underneath the
Yeah.
pants.
Tights. So
No,
it shows
underneath the
your
tutu.
bulge.
Underneath the tutu.
So you want me and just no? You don't add this shit. That this, I'm not adding.
I'm saying
to-
like jeans ain't gonna look good. At least look stylish
Hey,
while you doing
in
it,
the
bro. You have your
comments
nails
of this
done.
video-
look
I'm
good.
a fat man wearing a tutu. Ain't that
No,
enough?
no. In the comments, let the comments decide your
You want my?
your lower half.
There you go.
Let
there you go.
let the comments decide your lower half.
You want
Take a little
100,000
poll.
likes, and he wears no flag.
Ah,
No.
yeah, hell yeah. 150,000 likes and Jose goes naked to his fucking Super Bowl party.
No. 500 subscribers to YouTube. I'll say that. Let's do that. If y'all can get 500 subscribers by the
What
end
do
of
you
the
got
year,
right now?
30.
That's fine. I'm gonna post you on
30?
everything.
Okay. So
You're gonna get
if
me
you get to
500
500
subscribers.
Just what's the bet? We're gonna try it. What's the bet?
I'll wear leggings and no pants.
no. You gotta wear just draws underneath.
It's gonna be cold.
That's not my fault. I'm not wearing a fucking tutu.
I hope it's a big tutu.
Who's getting it for you?
Art.
I think Art is. I think he's gonna so he can get the Bears colors on it.
Oh, that's sick. Okay.
That's weird. So you're gonna give it back to him after you're done using it?
Yes.
Because I know you're not keeping it.
He can hang it as a trophy.
Okay.
I mean, you're right. I'm not gonna keep it, but yeah, if we can get 500, I should just say 1,000, not really, but
Nope, you said
I don't
500
know.
already.
that's fine. 500. If y'all get 500, I wear just my
A tutu.
tonas.
A tutu and just draws.
Why am I doubling down on this? Why am I listening to y'all?
Bro, he's gonna sit, and then when he's sitting in front of you and you're eating, he's gonna be all.
I'm gonna be at the table in the back.
Who says
won't
I
sit
won't
in my
show
normal
you?
spot.
Who says I won't stretch? Who says I won't be like this?
He wants him to drink, and he's gonna bend over. You did not get
He's
your
the point
leg
with
up
just
that
his foot like this, and it's gonna be like this.
I'm gonna start stretching from now to the Super Bowl so I can get that like high. I can't even put myself on camera for it.
Damn,
high. I should have screenshotted that.
I should have
Had it in a profile pic.
It's gonna be on YouTube either way.
There you go.
That shit could have been on my Discord for a new picture.
Yep. Okay, so you got Pereira.
Pereira's new champ. Wei Lee,
Okay.
new champ.
He's going Chandler.
He likes Poirier though, and I think
He's going
Poirier's
Chandler.
tactical striking is gonna give him Poirier.
He likes Chandler. Look at him
Poirier
stroking the
by
bush mist.
Poirier, but what?
decision.
You haven't
But-
gone to-
But I'm gonna say 5 knockdowns.
Ah, la madre. Okay.
and 3 will
But
be
it still goes to damn. But
And
it
what?
still goes to decision. He
I
said
said
3 are in the first round.
That's fine. That's I like that. So
What about you, Mike? What you got for
Adesanya, Wei Lee, and Chandler.
Okay,
And I'm going Chandler first round TKO.
With the chin kick?
Nah, I just feel like there's so much
Dustin doesn't have Tony's chin.
between them two. You know what I mean? There's so much shit talking between them two that they're gonna come out throwing. Yeah, I'm going first round. Once somebody lands a hit, the other person's gonna get angry and they're gonna try to retaliate. And I think Chandler's gonna catch him with a wild one.
You're first. He's second. I'm decision.
Either that or we're gonna go to fucking Sean Yan
Yeah.
too.
But do we agree? Fight at night?
Chandler and Poirier?
Yeah.
If not them, then Wei Lee's fight.
Nah, Carlos Esparza is not an entertaining fighter. She'll get a
you remember what
performance
happened with Rose? It was terrible, bro.
I'm the best.
Horrible.
Wei Lee will engage, but I don't think. Yeah, no.
Carla comes out and wins.
Stop.
Bitch, please.
Dang, so both of you are going Poirier? All right, cool.
I mean, I'm the one going for the Petr. You're the one going for Chandler. Nobody's going for Carla. Nobody wants Carla's champion. Poor Carla. She's not even a bad person or anything like that.
She's not.
Fuck her.
It's just
fuck
like,
her. That's what we're saying, basically.
Fuck that. I don't want her in here. Get her out. Get her the fuck out of here, bro.
All right. So lastly, before we close out, you've been seen on TikToks. Everyone's drafting shit with its chips, bar soap, whatever the fuck you see out there. The random ass things. So I wanted to draft MMA fighters. Your 5 guys that you would have on your team if you owned a gym. Since Mike, you beat me. Since you beat me in the bet for the chip challenge, you can go first. Jay, you can go second. I'll go last. Current fighters signed to Bellator, One, UFC, whatever.
Alexander Volkanovski.
Volk, okay.
1. That's your 1.
That's your okay. Jay.
You fucking bitch.
Take yours. I don't know where you're going.
You bitch ass motherfucker. That's what I gotta say. Give me Islam.
Okay. What's up?
Give me.
Don't be looking at fighters, bro. I can see it in your reflection on your glasses.
This is the spreadsheet where I'm listing our freaking shit.
I'm just kidding.
No, let me look at the UFC rankings.
He's gonna give me Diego Sanchez.
Give me Ngannou.
Dang it.
Whoa.
That's what I thought he was going to take. Yeah, I was like, bro, we know who you're going to take. Like, what?
I was going
All
to.
right.
I thought.
Nah.
All right, Mike,
All right, give me Adesanya. Keep the team together.
Okay. It has to be just champions.
Yeah, I know, but why not?
Because he's coming back. Give me John Jones.
Okay. John Jones. Give me Demetrius Johnson.
Dang, that's a good pick. That's a really good pick. That's a really good pick.
You know I'm on my shit too, bro. Come on now.
That's a really good pick.
He wouldn't have picked him.
Mike.
Give me Charles.
Okay. Put Charles in there. Okay.
Give me Amanda.
Yeah, that's not bad. Double champ. I know what you're thinking. Because I picked Valentina.
No!
It's okay. I'm okay with Amanda. I'm okay with
We got 2 more picks, guys. 2 more picks. Go ahead, Mike.
Give me. He just lost. I know, but I'm trying to get people that'll sell, but people that
I
also fight.
swear.
Give me No. Give me Ty. Give me Ty.
2 of us?
Yeah,
Oh, my God.
give me Ty.
Okay.
That's ugly.
Okay.
Yeah, bro, I need somebody to go sell me
That's
some tickets.
okay.
You already got Volk. You don't need any more Australian New Zealand
Yeah.
fighters.
Yeah, bro, but you saw how close they were at 280. Try to keep the team together.
Bro, he's spitting a shoe and drink that.
That
shit.
was disgusting. Yeah.
Bro.
COVID just happened 2 years ago.
Okay.
Around.
Give me Oos.
So late. Fourth round Usman.
That's a good pick.
Give me Oos. Sorry, Leon.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Fuck it. Give me McGregor. Give me the money.
And Hosbullah slipped to the 5th round.
Well, there you go. There's your chance.
Is that really?
Nah. Give me Chimaev. Why not?
Oh, Hamza. Damn. No, I know Jay wants to take the champion, Leon Edwards.
It's just so.
Nah, I'm not gonna take Leon. I already took Oos. I can't take another one.
I got a wild card in mind, bro. Y'all ain't never gonna beat me. Think about it.
Oh.
All of our people.
How was your
fighting,
last pick, fool?
I know. I'm saying I got a wild card. Ty.
Yeah, he'll drink the spit out of your shoe, and then you won't even want to fight him.
If you got somebody on your team like that, bro, like he'll do anything in a fight.
What
know
you
what
afraid of?
and then on top of that, Volk played rugby.
Like I got Charles who doesn't speak English, so he's just gonna fight you no matter what because he doesn't understand you. He's gonna think you're insulting him.
Yeah,
Ty's is crazy, and Shemaev,
he's just gonna drink your shoe. Yeah, and then he's crazy too. Kill everybody.
Smash everybody.
Smash.
I guess give me Sugar, bro.
Ooh.
Good pick.
O'Malley. Last one.
I can't believe you got Valentina, bro. I'm so upset.
As soon as you said Nunez, I saw his eyes light up, and I was like, "Dang, it's not my turn."
You know what?
Go
Give me
Rose.
Patricio Pitbull. Mm-hmm.
I expected you to go Moreno for the culture. No, I'm there.
For the culture.
So I might not be him champ today or even 10 years from now, but I will be eventually.
Bro, a fourth fight with freaking, what's his name? Oh my God. Figueiredo.
Who you got on that one?
Moreno.
Same.
That third fight was close. Like, it could have gone either way. I'm not mad at the decision, but I think Moreno's still the better fighter. Fucking comes out and gets knocked out. I'll be champ tomorrow.
Hey, man. I might have gotten knocked out, but I'll be champ tomorrow. Yeah,
I'm going to wake up tomorrow. Decision's going to be changed.
I got a random question.
Go for it.
If Charles would have won this fight, would he have been the greatest lightweight of all time?
Yes.
Why?
I think his resume, even though, like, I know me and Jay were talking about it earlier, because I know it's a tough argument because Khabib is 29-0. But his list is better to me than Khabib's. Like his list of the
even with like the 8 or 9 losses.
Yes.
Yeah, because Khabib's real challenges didn't come until after he was champion, and those were impressive. Like I'm not going to take that away from him, but like the other fights before that, I didn't care for. They were impressive, but you know, like how he fought Tony, right? When Tony was still in his prime before he got destroyed by Gaethje and all that shit, and he had done that to him. Okay, let's talk Khabib some more. But I think just after the 22-8 record and all what he did up until the point where he lost to Islam, that to me, I love that resume a lot more than Khabib's 29-0, or at least 26-0.
Yeah, because you can give Khabib 2 fights that were pretty good.
I mean, his title fights, his 3 title defenses, dominance. You know, fucking McGregor, Poirier.
So if Charles comes back and becomes a 2-time lightweight, Yeah, that's what he needs is right now because he's not considered the GOAT right now, right in your eyes. Or
It had to be. No, it can't be. Not after this loss. He'd have to beat Islam twice for me to say it. He'd have to make it a trilogy, and he'd have to beat him both times. Doesn't matter if it's decision, but he'd have to beat him both times. Because everything Islam is learning is from Khabib, and everything he learned from his father too.
Yeah.
So in representation, even though it's not him, he is beating him in some way.
I'm okay with him coming back and beating him twice, but I think that would take too long. I think that he would retire before that.
I just don't know too if I put him in a rematch against each other, I could even pick Oliveira, honestly.
How old is
He'd
Charles
have
right
to
now?
do it.
35? How old is he? You know?
He's 36.
I'm guessing 35, 36.
I'm gonna take a look.
I think Jay's looking it up too.
33. He's young.
Oh
33.
shit, 33. I'm tripping.
He's got time.
I mean,
Yeah,
he does
bro.
have time, but
All that longevity, he's got over like 40 fights or MMA fights.
You know
He's
how I
on
said
31.
earlier he needs maybe 2 fights before he gets a title shot again?
You think just one?
No, I think he needs 2. I would give him Dariush, and after he beats him, if Chandler beats Poirier, I would give Chandler and Oliveira a rematch. And then after he beat him, then I'd give him a title fight.
Or Poirier, whiwhichever wins that fight.
Or Poirier again.
Yeah.
But Chandler's going to win, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna say Poirier. Yeah.
Because those were entertaining fights too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, freaking that first round alone could have been round of the year. Yeah. But stuff. Jay, you got Khabib still for now?
as the GOAT,
For the lightweights, yeah.
For
155?
lightweight. He doesn't want to say it. Like, yeah,
He
I don't
hates
like
it.
it.
I don't like Khabib.
BJ Penn?
But yeah.
Frank Edgar?
Ew, no.
Benson
BJ Penn got
Henderson?
knocked out by a fucking drunk dude. Get out of here.
So who's the best 155 ever?
Ever?
Yeah.
Say it.
What's his name?
Hasbullah.
And this is where we sign off.
Yep.
No, it'd be Khabib for now.
Yeah.
For now. But I think, like I said, like if Charles were able to turn it around.
You sound so enthused when you say it like that. Yeah.
If he's able to turn it around, he could be the GOAT. 155.
I think you're talking about me, right? You're talking about me?
I was talking about you, but I like that. If I gotta get,
Oh,
if I gotta, now I'll direct my question, my statements towards Jose. If that's what I'm gonna get every time.
I can't do that. My headphones are in my ear. I don't have a mic.
Man, my headphones here.
Yeah, that's all I go.
For Jay, for Mike, I almost say we are Puro Pinche Sports, Puro Pinche TRT, not affiliated with Donda Sports, and we are out.
He said Puro Pinche TRT.